The greatest enemy you'll ever face isn't out there. It's inside your own mind. The war within is silent, but relentless. It begins in moments you don't notice. When anger rises too quickly, when jealousy burns without reason, when anxiety whispers that you're not enough. You look around for someone to blame. The job, the people, the pressure. But the truth is, the battle has never been with them. It's always been with yourself. Why do I keep losing control? The voice inside asks, echoing through the noise of everyday life. You replay arguments, decisions, regrets, and somewhere between frustration and exhaustion, you start to see it. The chaos outside is only a reflection of the storm inside. The world isn't attacking you. It's mirroring what you haven't mastered yet, and in that realization, something shifts. The war isn't over, but for the first time you pick up your weapon, awareness. At the first level, you're a slave to whatever you feel. One word, one look, one unexpected comment, and you're gone.
Anger erupts before you can stop it.
Jealousy poisons a friendship you swore was strong. The impulse to prove a point, to win an argument, becomes stronger than the truth itself. You tell yourself you'll do better next time, but the same storm keeps returning, louder each time. I didn't mean to say that, but it just came out. The apology feels hollow, the regret heavier than before. You start to notice how emotions pull the strings while you just dance. Every reaction feels automatic, like you're watching yourself from outside, powerless to intervene. Then it hits you. Emotions aren't enemies, but they're not leaders either. And control, real control, begins in that 1 second of pause. Something shifts when you stop reacting and start observing. The noise doesn't disappear, but you begin to hear it differently. You catch yourself mid-anger, mid-judgment, mid-panic, and for the first time, you don't rush to silence it. Instead, you watch it. Wait, why am I feeling this way? The question itself feels like a crack of light breaking through fog. You start to notice the patterns, how certain words trigger defense, how certain silences awaken fear. You realize it was never about the moment. It was about the meanings you attached to it. Each pause becomes a window into yourself, a small act of rebellion against the automatic, and with every moment of awareness, the storm loses its grip. You haven't mastered your mind yet, but now you can finally see it. Most people stop here, thinking awareness is mastery. They mistake understanding for transformation, control for freedom. You begin to feel proud of how calm you've become, how quickly you can catch yourself before reacting. I know myself. I'm in control now, you whisper, believing the battle is over. But the universe always tests illusions. One day, a small comment, something meaningless, cuts deeper than it should. The calm voice inside disappears, replaced by that old familiar heat. You watch yourself slipping, reacting, justifying, and the pride you built starts to crumble. That's when the truth hits. Awareness isn't control, it's a mirror. And a mirror can show the dirt, but it can't clean it. Real mastery isn't about knowing you can fall. It's about what you do in the moment you do. Control becomes real only when it's tested. The disciplined mind doesn't wait for peace, it builds it. You wake up earlier than you want to. You speak calmly when anger begs for a stage. You choose silence where ego demands to be heard. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's quiet, repetitive, invisible to others, but transformative to you. There's always a moment, the pull to fall back, the whisper to quit. But something stronger answers, no, not this time. That sentence becomes your shield, your identity. Each time you resist the old reaction, you forge a new version of yourself. This is where control turns from thought into muscle. Every decision is a brick in the foundation of mastery. You're no longer reacting, you're creating, and that's where real strength begins to show. Now control becomes effortless. The storms that once ruled your days begin to fade into gentle waves. You no longer chase peace, it simply follows you. The world still throws noise your way, but it no longer shakes you. I don't need to respond to everything, you think, as silence becomes your most powerful answer. There's a new rhythm now, slow, deliberate, unforced. What once took discipline now feels natural. You don't suppress emotions. You understand them, let them pass like clouds across a clear sky. The people around you notice, not because you speak more, but because your presence speaks for you. In this quiet strength, judgment dissolves into acceptance. You stop needing the world to change, and that's when the world finally begins to. When the mind is silent, creation begins. From that silence, something beautiful emerges. Not a thought, but a knowing. You look at life differently now, no longer asking, why is this happening to me? But what can I build from this? The energy that once fueled your reactions now becomes the force behind your purpose. What do I want to build with this piece? You whisper, and suddenly, the answer feels alive inside you. Each moment turns into raw material for creation, conversations, struggles, even stillness. You start shaping your world instead of surviving it. Others notice the shift. Your calm becomes contagious, your focus magnetic. Gratitude flows effortlessly, not for what you have, but for what you can create. And in that quiet expansion, you realize, mastery was never about control. It was about becoming the source. At the final level, nothing controls you, because you've become one with everything. The noise that once ruled your mind has turned into music, each note in harmony with the next. You remember the chaos of where it all began, the anger, the fear, the endless tug of war between who you were and who you wanted to be. Now the war is over. There's no battle left to fight, no storm left to silence. Only peace. Peace was never out there, you whisper, almost smiling. It was me all along. In that stillness, every breath feels sacred. The world no longer pushes against you. It flows with you. You move not to control life, but to dance with it. Mastery was never about dominance. It was about dissolving the self that needed to win. Which level are you on? Comment below. Your journey might inspire someone else.